Hi, welcome to another What I Eat in a Day video. This is the Scottish Squirrel channel and I'm super happy you're here, and thanks for everyone who's subscribed so far, and if you'd like to see more of What I Eat in a Day, then don't forget to subscribe. So for breakfast this morning, I'm having some porridge with some cranberries, dried cranberries, and that's milled linseed at the bottom. That's this one. That's this one. I get this one from the co-op for £2, which I think is quite good. And there's this Essentials organic brand, fine bran, which is just wheat bran, organic one. And I've added about a tablespoon and a half to the porridge. So to make it, because you know, it's not as though it's got enough fibre in it. It's got plenty of fibre, but we can never have too much fibre. So I've got that, and I'll just pour that into there, and I'll sweeten it with a little bit of Canadian maple syrup. Maybe pour a little bit of plant milk, some soya milk or oat milk over to make it extra creamier. And I'll just have that with my usual coffee. Yeah, so that's what I'm having for breakfast, and I'll see you at lunchtime. Oh, I shall just pour my porridge in before I leave. It's gone quite thick as it was sitting, so I'll just mix all that through. This is not the spoon I'm going to be using. This is a tiny spoon, so just mix all that through, drizzle some milk and some maple syrup, and I'm good to go. So see you soon. So for lunch, I'm having some rice noodles, some of these rice noodles with some mixed frozen vegetables cooked with it, and there's a little bit of spring greens, and there's just some stock with some Chinese spice, and yeah, that's just cooked in that with a little bit of vegetable bouillon. And I've got some of my homemade bread I made in the bread machine yesterday, and I'll just have that with a glass of water, and that's what I'm going to have for lunch. So for dinner today, I'm making a fajita / enchilada pie, kind of lasagna thing. I'm using this kit up that I found in the cupboard, fajita kit, that needed to be used up. And I've got the tortilla wraps and the fajita seasoning from it, and there's some salsa that comes out of this pack. And in here I have a tin of black beans, some frozen sweet corn, some frozen mixed peppers, a tin of green lentils, and a couple of little chopped sweet potatoes, an onion, some garlic powder, and a tin of chopped tomatoes, and this fajita seasoning mix went in, and a little bit of vegetable stock. And yeah, so I'm just and there's some tomato puree. So I'm just cooking this up and trying to thin it down, thicken the sauce up a little before I start layering it up with these wraps. I'm going to layer it up in this dish, this casserole dish, just layer it up, and at the top layer I'll add this salsa and then a sprinkling of this mozzarella cheese, and then I'll just bake that until the top's crispy and everything's all warmed through. So that's the lentils and the chopped tomatoes and my black beans. So I started off with a layer of quinoa that I cooked in the pressure cooker. So that's it. And then I'm going to put some of the thickened up, I don't know what to call it, the thickened up filling. So that's my fourth wrap that went on, and you can see the layers. And on one of the layers I sprinkled some of the nutritional yeast flakes on, just for extra nutrition and flavour. And that's my final layer of the mix, and then the last enchilada wrap on top. And that's the salsa topping, that's the salsa that came out of there. So that's salsa, and then I'm going to sprinkle some of the grated mozzarella free from cheese. So now it's ready for the oven. I've sprinkled the dairy-free cheese on And you can see the layers. I think I got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wrap layers in there, which is plenty. And I'm going to put it in the oven at 180 fan for, I'll time it for 25 minutes. So after 25 minutes, this is a tortilla pie out the oven. As you see, it's risen up somehow. I don't know why it's risen up, but it has. And there's the layers. So wish me luck getting this out onto the plate. I think I'll leave it a few minutes and then put it in the plate. And it's served on the plate. And you can see, I managed to keep the layers. I haven't made a mess of it too much. So yeah, we're not having anything with this because it's got black beans, it's got lentils, it's got quinoa, it's got vegetables. So, and it's got the wraps and all the tomato stuff. So it's going to be very filling as it is, even though it doesn't look like much, but it will be very filling. And there's that one there. It looks like a lasagna. And there's my son's one. As you see, it looks like steps going down. So, and this is what's left. So as you can see it in there, my son will probably come and polish this leftovers off if he's got room. So yeah, that's what we're going to go and have for dinner. So for supper, we're going to be having leftover vegan trifle that I made yesterday, and I have chopped up 2 grapefruits and sprinkled some sugar, and I'm going to bake them in the medium oven until they're hot. This is something I used to do when I was a kid and I just continue to do it now and again. It's actually really, really nice. This is just pink grapefruit, and if you've been watching my previous videos, you may know I'm having an April no spend month, so I haven't bought any fresh fruit or veggies since March. I just had to think there, was this May or not? This is April. Since March. And as you can see, these grapefruits were best before the 5th of April, and they are from Asda's Grower Selection grapefruit. They're best for the 5th of April, but they've been in my fridge for over 3 weeks now, it must be, because we're nearly at the end, more than 3 weeks, and they just look fine. So yeah, they just lasted nicely in the fridge, but I think now is the time that we should eat them. So as you can see, that's the vegan trifle with some vegan coconut cream, some vegan custard and some vegan sponge that I made, and it's got some strawberry jelly and fruit cocktail, and this is a traditional British pudding. If you saw my yesterday's video, you'll see that. And I've got some toasted grapefruit and a couple of Brazil nuts, and I'm going to have one of these herbal teas, Pukka after dinner herbal teas. So that's what I'm going to have for supper, and I'll be very full after that. So thank you for watching what I eat in a day video. I hope you enjoyed it, and you consider subscribing for more food content and shopping hauls and things like that. Be more shopping hauls once I get over the no April spend month. There'll be more shopping hauls to come and lots of food content, and I'd love to see you here. So I'll see you in my next video.